Hello out there. And welcome to my channel, Vixen Vixen. I'm Monica or Vixen, either one. What a day. It has been, we have a Great Dane, just one. It's my oldest daughter's Great Dane. And we were making shrimp for dinner. And she got into the sink while it was thawing and ate 2.5 pounds of shrimp. It was $14, $7.99 a pound. I'm a little bit livid right now. Swear to God, that dog eats better than we do in this house. So anyway, let's start over. Okay, so I had my binder class today, December 13th. That was my day. Had my binder class at 9 o'clock this morning, and then I had my pre-op appointment at, well, right after that. They wanted me to just go over there. So about 10:30, 11, I went over. No, it was about 10:30. So at my binder class, we went through, all the pre-op, post-op diet stuff. I thought it was going to be one-on-one, but there were actually 3, 4, 5 of us in the class. So it was a lot smaller than our other classes, but oh my God, it was the longest class that I've had so far, and there was tons of information in it. Usually our class is done, it's done within 50 or 55 minutes. But we had this one person in the class, and I really try hard not to be a judgmental person because I don't like to be judged. But this person had a question after every page of the slide. And sometimes they weren't questions, they were just stories of some experience or TMI. But she had made this comment at one point when we were talking about serving sizes. Like a fourth a cup is about 2 ounces, which is about what you're going to take per meal 5 to 6 times a day after surgery. When either whether it's your liquid diet or it's your pureed and then your soft diet, at some point you're going to be eating this much food. And this person says, well, that pre-op diet, which was the clear liquid diet, that's just not going to work for me. I'm diabetic. I can't do that. And so the dietitian was trying to explain to her that she needed to work closely with her surgeon and her PCP. And then she said about the portion sizes after surgery, she said, well, I can't eat just that. I can't do that. That just does not fit in my lifestyle. And I just, you just have that moment where you're just like, why are you in this class? Why are you having this surgery? Because that's the whole point, is that it's not your lifestyle, and that's why you look like you do. That's why I look like I do. I mean, hello, wake up call. I didn't get it. I truly, if she goes through with this surgery, I pray and hope that she gets a lot of information and that she knows what to do with that information and she understands that information. Because right now, 1 + 1 does not equal 2. I I feel for her. I do. So anyway, that was my class, and it, like I said, it usually runs 50-55 minutes. It was an hour and a half today. That's how many questions she stopped to ask. And another lady brought her son. And now granted, I have nothing against kids. I sound like a really judgmental person today, and I must be moody or something that this stuff is bothering me, but I could not hear a lot of what she was saying, so it was a little bit annoying. And the child was probably 1.5, 2 years old, so banging was a big thing. And you could see the instructor getting kind of intolerant of the noise that the child was making, and the husband was there supporting, so he finally did, about 3/4 through the class, took the child out when he started screaming and he wouldn't stop. But you know, I realize that these classes may not seem important to everyone if they're not taking them seriously. But even if I've done my own research and I've looked things up, and I've done my own digging around to get the information, there's still at least one thing that I take from every single class that I've had. And I feel like today I didn't even bring one thing home, because it was just a really frustrating class. It was centered around this woman next to me who just kept asking question after question after question, and everything was about her. And then you have this kid banging in the background, and it's like, okay, I'm paying for these classes to get something out of them, some viability as to, information they can provide me that maybe I haven't thought of, or maybe I haven't looked it up. But it was frustrating, and I kind of wish that they would hold questions, unless they're very pertinent to the topic that we're discussing, to the end of the class, and that they would maybe say, no kids unless, your kid can sit quietly. And I don't know, maybe that's just strict of me, or being discourteous to others. I don't know. Am I being too unfair in wanting to listen and learn in this type of class without these kind of distractions? I was kind of frustrated with my class because I was really excited about it. You can tell in my past videos, and I just felt kind of bummed out a little bit after I left it, because I just felt like I felt really bad for the instructor, first of all, because she's spending that much time trying to teach people, and this subject is important to her. I mean, dietitians, that's their job, and they obviously do it for a reason, because they love what they do, and they have a lot of stuff to teach you and share with you. But when you go into a class and you just totally take them out and around and circle about and square about, and you don't let them get through what it is they're trying to talk about. Yeah. So anyway, moving on. So after that, I went to my pre-op. Excuse me. I went to my pre-op. And I got to meet with a different dietitian, and I got to meet with my surgeon again, Dr. Tom Brown. And he's so funny. He was just like, okay, so what are we here for? Broken leg? And I was just like, oh boy, I'm so in the wrong room. But I don't know, he put me at ease, and he's just a wonderful guy. And he went through all my medications with me. We talked about, so in our pre-op, I didn't even know what to expect really, but we talked about all the medications that I take. He told me what to take, when to stop taking certain things, how long I could take things for, when to change things. And you know, he went through each and every one and didn't leave a single one out. He asked me what my plans were for my pre-op diet. He's like, okay, so all liquid diet. He's like, what are you gonna do? And you know, I told him that, you know, I was gonna do water and sugar-free Jello, and there's a water from Sam's, called, oh, here, I have one right here. If you can see it. Sparkling ice, black raspberry. And this doesn't have anything in it. I mean, it has like your vitamins and things like that, but it doesn't have any protein, no carbs, no sodium, no sugars, no fat, no calories. So those are the things that he doesn't want you to have. He doesn't want you to have anything like that. And protein drinks are even a no for him. He says he doesn't want you to have any of that in your system. And so I got that just in case I get tired of drinking water and the Jello. And then I can do broth. But broth is really high in sodium, and I know that you can buy the one that's not salted. But I don't know. We'll see. I have some of it, but I don't know that I'll drink it or not. Depends on how I feel. I will start my pre-op diet on the 4th of January. My surgery is on the 9th. And then, let's see. And then, so I'll do my pre-op diet. And then on the 9th, before 7 o'clock in the morning, he wants me to have drank 2 glasses of water so that I'm not thirsty. And he also wants me to drink a bottle of Gatorade with the sugars and everything, whatever is in it. Just a bottle of regular old Gatorade. And he says that he does it this way because they have found in recent years that people who actually drink prior to surgery and fill their body with they hydrate their body and they flush it with these types of carbs quickly, that there's less nausea and vomiting after surgery. So I have to drink it by 7 because my surgery is at 11:30, and it takes, he said, about 4 hours for your stomach to empty. So prior to 7, I'll be drinking 2 glasses of water and a bottle of Gatorade. And then easy peasy from there, right? No, I told him that I really didn't have any questions outside of the medications, and I was concerned about how to take my pills. And they explained it, and he explained it. You know, you won't. These are the little cups that we'll be using in the hospital, and they'll be counting these. Basically, it's an ounce, and you'll drink one of these in 15 minutes, every 15 minutes. So they want you sipping this, and I actually practice out of this because I've had to learn. I'm a gulper, so I gulp my liquids, so I've had to like really practice sipping. But one of these or 2 of these should be enough for me to get my pills down, and it's just while I'm in the hospital that drinking may be difficult at first because of all the swelling that you have and the healing that's going on. So it's kind of hard to get that down. But she said afterwards you should have an easier time of getting it down, which I'm hoping. And you know, I've listened to all of you guys, and you know, a lot of you are different. Some of you have had a lot of problems getting things down, and some of you haven't. I try to remember who's had a vertical sleeve versus an RNY, since I'm an RNY patient. Um, you know, I try not to mix up the two or compare the two. So, yeah. Um, so my hospital room is a private room, and my hospital room's private, and it has another sleeping bed in it so that my daughter, my oldest daughter, will be able to go with me. And yeah, I'm ready to have it done and over with and move on. But before then, I will do everything I can to maximize the potential of maximum weight gain or weight loss. Oh my god, no, don't. Yeah, so anyway, I don't have anything else. I just wanted to update you guys on that binder class that I had and talk about the pre-op that I had. I'm sorry I don't have more to share on that the binder class. I was really looking forward to it, but it kind of turned into a different kind of scenario that I wasn't prepared for. I didn't think that I would have to prepare for something quite like that. But just goes to show, be prepared for anything. So, I probably won't make another video until maybe right before I start my pre-op, just because I am busy with the project right now. I'm a writer, so I'm trying to spit out a couple more books before I can, before I'm in the hospital. So, yeah. It's been a day. But I'm signing off now, and see you guys later.